Om Shanti and a very good morning to all. Let's continue the Murli from Saturday. The date of the Murli is 17th March 1981. The cause, that is kaaran, of your experiencing difficulty on this easy path and the easy solution to it, that is nivaran. Bapdada meeting a German group. Are you embodiments of the experience of easy knowledge and yoga? Baba is asking, are you embodiments of the experience of easy knowledge and yoga? Bab Dada is seeing the fortune of every elevated soul, just as the Father sees the sparkling star on each one's forehead. Similarly, do you also constantly see the sparkling star at the center of your forehead? Is your star sparkling? Does Maya sometimes cover up that sparkling star? Does Maya come to you? When will you gain victory over Maya and conquer the world? From today, right now, have the determination that you will now definitely become a master almighty authority, a conqueror of Maya and a conqueror of the world. Do you have this much courage? When you have courage, Bapdada definitely helps you. When you take one step, Bapdada definitely helps you with 1,000 steps. It is easy to take a step, is it not? So before you leave here, take from Madhuban, the land of blessings, the blessing of the title of Easy Yogi. This is not a group of Germans, but a group of easy yogis. When any adverse situation comes in front of you, give it to the Father. Say Baba from your heart, and that situation will end. To say the word Baba from your heart does magic. You have been given a word of such great magic. It is just that you forget it when Maya comes. When Maya comes, you forget the magic word called Baba. The first thing that Maya does is to make you forget the Father. So, you have to pay attention to this. When you pay attention to this, you will constantly experience yourself to be like a lotus. No matter how much rubbish of Maya's problems there may be, you will be able to remain beyond all of them on the basis of remembrance. The picture of the lotus flower applies to you. This is why the German group has created their float like a lotus. Is it just Father Brahma who's sitting on the lotus? Or are all of you also sitting on the lotus? Your seat is the stage of a lotus flower. Never forget your seat, and you will always remain cheerful. And you will then never be shaken by any adverse situation. You will constantly have a cheerful mood. Everyone who sees you will praise you as a being a constantly easy and cheerful yogi. Constantly keep the magic of the word Bap, the Father, with you. Remember these three things. The speciality of this German group is that you have come running to Madhuban with a lot of love. To have love for Madhuban means to have love for the Father. Bap Dada has just as much love for you children. Is the Father's love or the children's love greater? The reply is the Father's. Your love for the Father is just a multi-million times great. The Father would always put his children at the front. Children are the Father's masters. Look, all of you are to become the masters of the world. The Father will not become a master, yet he makes all of you into masters. So, you are all ahead of him, are you not? The Father has this much love for all of you children. This isn't your fortune just for one birth, but your fortune for 21 births. It is an imperishable fortune. This is a guarantee. The German group has to show wonders. You have worked hard to create a picture of the God of the Gita. Now, bring some famous person here so that the sound can emerge that Shiva is the God of the Gita. Seeing the effort of the children, Bap Dada gives you many, many congratulations. You selected a very good topic. If you prove this topic to be correct, there will be cries of victory throughout the whole world. Just as you have made this effort, now make effort so that the sound can be heard clearly everywhere. You have churned an ocean of knowledge very well, and you have also created very good pictures. Question: on what basis does Bapdada see the result of each center? Answer: Bapdada sees the result of each center on the basis of what the atmosphere and situation are like there. If even two flowers emerge from a hard land, then that's worth more than even 100. I was talking about at least two souls showing up from any center. Baba doesn't see the two as just two, but sees that two as equal to 100. No matter how small a center is, don't think of it as small. At some place there is quality, and at other places there is quantity. Wherever you children go, success is your birthright. The next question is, in what double form should you do service for expansion? The answer is, do service as an embodiment of Yog, that is Roop, an embodiment of Gyan, that is Basan. Serve with your drishti as well as your mouth. When you serve through both forms at the same time, there will be double the result. So, going back to what Baba said in the Murli earlier, on Saturday, Baba is meeting the double foreign children and calls them as double fortunate. Why? Because they've come to know Bap Dada and claimed their right to their inheritance. Secondly, they are the last, so fast, so first. They have come in that time where everything ready-made has been made available to them. All those souls who started the yajna toiled really hard to bring up this institution. But we have come in a time when we've got everything ready-made, already prepared. There are easy ways to get This learning in the form of a 7-day Raj Yoga and even getting the course in 3 days. Baba also talks about sharing your experiences with others and how easy Sahaj it becomes when you keep on listening to the experience of the seniors and connect it with your life, and then you also have experiences to share. So, in a combined manner, when with excitement, with enthusiasm, you share those learnings and experiences with people, with the souls around, that would be a great way to do service. Knowledge and yoga are merged in two words, Aap and Bap, that is you and Father. Knowledge and remembrance are the two things that are included. Therefore, it is easy to imbibe knowledge and yoga in just these two words and get the title of being easy Raj Yogis. Next, Prabha also said about overcoming old sanskars because of Maya, under the influence of Maya, where you don't have to break the rock. Trying to break the rock is a hard task, and often we become disheartened. So, the easiest way to overcome the obstruction is not to break the rock, but just to overcome it. Jump over it. And then putting a full stop on the 6 questions of why, who, what, when, where, and how. Accepting whatever has happened as drama. Once you do that, it becomes easy and you become able and capable to take the high jump. So to break the rock, it might take days and months, whereas to overcome it, overcome by jumping across, by putting a full stop, it just takes a second. Continue to experience by checking yourself within. When you check yourself, you can change yourself. Your time won't ever be wasted then, and you will be able to experience many things in a short time to elevate yourself and in turn do great service by sharing it with others. And you constantly experience yourself to be a master almighty authority. So when you stop trying to break the rock of your problems with the hammer of waste thoughts, you stop becoming a laborer and become an emperor. That emperor of the land which is free of sorrow. So no mention of any problem and no time to be wasted to solve the problem. A full stop to the old sanskars. Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on the learnings out of this Murli and then come back, churn on it, and be ready to share. Okay, you can unmute yourself and share.
Om Shanti Vimesh. Bye.
Ji Girjaben. Om Shanti.
I'm traveling and I just listened to your Murli later recording and it really touched me so much. It was just a recording later I did. Especially there's one word which you spoke in your meditation, like I'm embracing divinity. But I had a few things. It's just a part of my mental thing. I'm speaking about the first part because today's the German group is just an extension. Now, I was just thinking, see, there was some sharing that day, noting down the Murli and revisiting it. And especially when 6 questions, as you said, pop up. But honestly, Vimesh Bhai, how many times can I revisit a Murli? Take, for example, a Sakar Murli, which even last week I wrote. It's there in my diary. It's really not possible for me to go down and revisit it. So that's why what I always take it is that particular day, that day when it is that Murli day, I should really give it everything what I need and maybe one pearl even if I take out from it and come back. Because I don't think revisiting the Murli, because on those days, if you see, they had only Sakar Murli. There was no Abhyakt Murli. That's why Mama always used to say 5 times reading the Murli, or even Dadi Janki used to read the Murli. But nowadays, if you see, there is so much of what I say information here. It's not just the Murli, it's the classes, and it's something which we have inbuilt in our system. Like for me, I always remember there are 3 things, when I speak of contentment, I remember what my father used to say. I complained of having no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. And when it comes to don't take negativity, I remember the Buddha who says, why do you take what doesn't belong to you? And when it comes to practice, I remember that spider, try again. So when we have so many points of knowledge, so many points of information, how is it really possible to revisit the Murli? And okay, now we are doing it in the Avyak Murli Club. But sometimes some of the Avyak Murli is so intoxicating that after 1 week, when I go back and I see, I'm not able to remember the point. That point as a student, I have noted down. See, they always say when you take down while listening, it gives a huge boost to your listening power. because we are able to concentrate. But sometimes I just listen when I'm doing my work, when I'm sleeping, and how can you really justify and say we have to revisit? Because I was just thinking, revisiting Murlis and all, they are like ocean. And even here, Baba speaks about ocean and earth. So I just had a kind of, I don't know how to say, how is it possible really to go to last week's Murli or anything? See, even today's Murli, if I remember, where Baba speaks about Sakshatkar and Sakshatkar, next Sunday, I may not remember it. So how can you say through this Murli and what sharing was there that day, how can we really revisit it? Or is there any other thing? Because for me, if you ask me, that day, Murli, what I read, I would like to give it my 100%. I would like to write it down. Because when I write down, as Mama says, sit with the notebook and write down, I feel my mind, some kind of an affirmation. So I just want to know what is your mindset on this. When I listened to that day, I just wanted a little bit of feedback on that. I hope uh, I'm clear. Om Shanti.
Yes, yes. So that is one of the axes brother shared the other day. That is what worked with him or works for him. Like that might be a certain practice which may work for me or for someone else who's there right now with us and listening to this. So everyone have their own ways, and they are all suggesting what works for each one of them individually. If other people want to take it up or not. The second is that uh, in this time when the kalas are close to zero or kalas are zero, and we are getting the sustenance uh, in the confluence age, we are charging our spiritual battery from zero to whatever we can. Our mind is so chanchal, it's so wavery, so fickle at the moment, divided into so many attachments or various things that we do around us that our social life is now comprised of, that we tend to forget things, especially things that are contributive to us. We don't forget adverse situations, adverse words spoken, any of that. We remember that very well. But when it comes to elevating, it is anti gravitational and it takes efforts for us to remember and to practice that. Otherwise, that is our natural sanskar. When we say that I am a peaceful soul, that's our natural sanskar, but the mind is not at peace. So, different angels suggest different ways, whatever works for them. So, what you are saying may not work for you, what may work for someone else. And whatever works for you at the end of the day, what is important is to reach the destination. Which path you take, that's up to you. So, that's the way I would look at viewing whatever you said, if that would make sense to you. Yes, who else would like to share?
Okay, I'm again.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah, so um, I think what I have understood is So we know that there are so many Murlis. So um, remembering all the points is, I think, it's almost impossible. So what is, I think what Papa expecting is we need to see what is the problem that we are facing. So, of course, we have Murli coming every day, so we need to read that. And even if it's one Sakar Murli we take, we may not be able to remember all the points in that Murli. So, um, see, this all Murlis, I think what Papa is giving us is it's all some of the all the other problems that we had in the Yajna or the people or the children faced in the Yajna. So Baba, related all that problems to Murli and gave them solutions. So each each of the points, right, that is actually a solution to one or the other. So that doesn't mean all the solutions that which Baba given I should by heart and I should apply to myself. No, I think it will become very complicated for one to digest in that way. So rather, I should focus on what are my problems, what is my challenge, and then see what solution Baba is giving for that in the Murli, and then I should practice that, and then see how I can put across Baba's solution in my problem and then conquer that problem. That is where we are using the knowledge to practically conquer some of our, situations or problems. So that is when the points will really, practical. We will become an embodiment of that point. We will never forget that point, the one that we used practically in our life. So this is what is my understanding is. So I don't really try to by heart all the points because as we look at it now, so the essence here is I think the important points at which Baba is saying to revise it. I think Baba is revising it in almost all the Murlis. So Baba would like to be practice soul conscious, dekhi happy mind. So and remember Baba. That I think almost all the Murlis Baba is saying. And the essence, if you look at all the Murlis, right? Every Murli, if you look at it, Baba will say one or the other way to remember Baba. So in today's Murli, Baba said, "You any problem comes, any situation comes, just say this word Baba from your heart." Then this word does the magic, right? So here when we there is a problem, so Baba is not saying remember me, just use the word Baba. So when we use the word Baba from our heart, we are automatically remembering Baba. Baba is just changing that context and that words because it works different ways for different people. Yeah, so that is what I take it on Shanti.
Vimesh, why I had that doubt, take for example, see, you're learning something in your school, or suppose you're learning something in your graduation, the basics you learn. And then when you do your post graduation, the same basics which you learn is not forgotten. It is there. In fact, we do a more exploratory research on it. So for us, I think because these are a kind of abstract things and all, that's why Baba keeps repeating them in Sakar Murli sometimes and all. That's why I feel personally every day is Murli, that day is Murli, as the brother just rightly said. That day is Murli, I have to view it like he spoke about today is Murli, even though this has been repeated. I think that's a way. But I was just thinking it's just a tough premise really to lay down. There was one more thing, Vimeshwa, if you can share. See, what a beautiful thing you read in the question. Even if two flowers come from a hard land, they are worth more than hundreds. I really like that. I don't know what Baba was referring to there or what two flowers. It's something beautiful. So don't look to see whether you have 100 students and all over there. Even if in that place two students emerge, it's worth 100. I think I liked even that service point which Baba recognizes in the movie. Om Shanti.
Right, Chavan.
Om Shanti, Nimish bhai. Uh, this,
Yes,
yeah,
Amar.
yeah, this is a challenge to remember the points of knowledge which were discussed in the Murli, either Sakar Murli or the Avek Murli. So I think the key point is the intellect. That in the diary, the intellect is a diary which can store, which has got immense potential. But what happens is that intellect gets stolen by Ravan, Maya, and the intellect starts getting attached to the sight scenes or the whatever is happening in that particular task. Uh, and that's the reason that the point of knowledge doesn't emerge at that time. Like Sita, na? Example of Sita, when this Ravan came in the form of Brahman and he asked for some bhiksha or something. So she didn't remember that Lakshman had said that Sita not to cross the line of Maryada, and then but she just went and she forgot the Murli point. I mean, I'm just relating this to that example. And Murli point. So I also face sometimes these problems that I don't remember the point. But now during your churning. This thought came to my mind is that the key is the intellect, and if the intellect is attached to Baba, that this if we can recreate the vision which we created during the Murli, when we are churning now the Murli, we are having a vision what Baba is saying to us, you know. So these pearls of wisdom, if the same vision can be recreated many times in the day through some techniques, some kind of innovative, novel techniques, it's all a subject of intellect. How intellect visualizes that, recreate the vision, then it can happen. So this is the takeaway I'm taking it. I'm not saying I'm doing it every day, but I think today I will try to recreate the Sakar Murli and also the points from the Avek Murli in a practical situation using my intellect to recreate this experience which I got during this Murli and the Sakar Murli. I will try to recreate that experience in the Lokik task too. So let me see if it works out. I'll share later. Om Shanti.
Sure, brother.
Another point I would like to share is this point that Bab Dada is seeing the fortune of every elevated soul, like a sparkling star at the center of the forehead. So Baba is asking this question to each one of us that do you also constantly see? Uh, the underlying word is constantly, the sparkling star at the center of your forehead as well as those around you. That's another takeaway. I think from this Murli, that whatever we are doing, the Lokik task, but are we having drishti of alokik vision, alokik drishti that time of looking at that the sparkling star is playing the role, and I also am a sparkling star playing the role. And in this role, there are so many souls around me, and they're all sparkling stars playing their individual roles. That's good. Om Shanti.
Bimesh bhai, can you throw some more light on that, that hard thing? I don't remember the Hindi word, but some zameen, Baba will say, Kranti zameen. I'm not clear of that word, which Baba used to speak, that from such a zameen comes some zameen. Baba used to say that word. where here Baba has mentioned hard ground, but in Hindi it was a nice word, and Baba had thrown some light in some only. Is it possible for you or someone to share if they have got some guidelines? What did Baba mention about this karate zamin or what? I don't know properly. Some word it was.
If someone may know about it, you can share. I'm not quite sure at this moment. Okay, while we are thinking about that word, is anyone else would like to share? Alpesh bhai, Kartika sister.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Vimesh Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. And the takeaway of today's Murli, that magical word, the Baba is itself is a magical word. And when we think about, and one thought I got, when intellect is clear, rightly said that intellect is clear, यानी बुद्धि की line जब clear होगी, then we can go to in the Satyug. And Satyug में जाने के लिए this one thing we have to backward integration. Like that we are driving a car to first gear, second gear. I know we are going ahead, fifth gear, now fourth gear. Suppose we are in fourth gear in the Kalyug. First we have to go into Satyug. So we have to look thoda backward. Yani slowly whisper backward. So that point I got, so I like to share. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. And second I take away check and change all the virtues and the qualities we have we have to update. Om Shanti.
Yes. But Baba also said today. Yes, yes. Sorry, Om bhai, continue.
Just I'll take 10 seconds. While this brother was sharing, I got to this wonderful this idea that yes, it's true, clutching and declutching. While we are changing the gears from first gear to second gear and whatever, then first we have what we put is we press the clutch but pedal and then declutch it and then clutch it again, isn't it? While driving, so the intellect has to be declassed from the limited world and clutched to the unlimited world, unlimited drama, that awareness. Unlimited is Baba, no? So then that's a wonderful tip which I got. Clutching and declutching, and then shifting the gears, and then enjoying the higher gear. Om Shanti.
That's a good analogy.
I think Vimesh bhai, it is something to do with Kalrati Zameen.
Okay.
It was a which Murli I don't remember. Baba, something they say you cannot you cannot grow over there. So today in this question where Baba is saying even if two flowers emerge from a heartland. So but Baba had given mentioned something about the Kalrati Zameen. I think I'm not clear about Baba's Murli point. That's why I had asked the
Mhm.
question.
Right. Okay. Let's do a short meditation. If someone can put on some music, please. As we close our eyes and reflect within, we constitute ourselves at the center of our forehead, and ask ourselves, do I constantly see the sparkling star at the center of my forehead? That sparkling star is of an illuminated soul, the light of which is full of purity. Keeping all the old sanskars aside, I see myself as a pure divine soul. Am I at peace with myself? Am I happy within? And gratitude. As I reflect and see myself in that light, all that I see around me is goodness. I am able to see the good quality in each and every soul around me. It helps me turn the relationships upward, to build affinity, to build a strong spiritual bonding, and an opportunity to pass the divine learnings of the Father through me as an instrument. As I do that, with every thought, with every word, And with whatever I do, I am only and only contributing first to myself, then through me to others. I am not kaaran oriented, but I am nivaran oriented. Nothing and no one has the power to take away my happiness, my peace of mind, and my purity away from me. The two golden words, Aap or Baap, that's me and my father. That is all that I see. That is all that matters. I'm constantly growing and becoming stronger and stronger through this practice. And it is very easy for me to share my learnings and my experiences to inspire each and every one around me. Thank you, Baba. Had you not had your eyes on me, I wouldn't have grown and reached where I am today. It is my responsibility to take it further, protect it under the canopy of your love, and with the experience of your consistent sustenance. I am blessed. I am divine. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Om Shanti.